Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. Sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Shannon Sharp. Today we are talking Shannon Sharp postponing the Nightcap Summer Tour. As lawsuit looms, you guys, it is getting real. Bleep is getting real right now. So on Shannon Sharp's YouTube Nightcap show that he does with Chad Ochocinco, made the following announcement. And Chad Ochocinco looked like, what you talking about, Willis? But anyways, said, Ocho and I have come to the conclusion that this is the best thing as of right now, was to postpone the tour. There hasn't been much noise out of the Shannon Sharp camp since ugly allegations. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. Yeah, you ugly. Since ugly allegations came out last month in a lawsuit filed by a former romantic partner. While Sharp went on hiatus from ESPN, he continued to release regular episodes of his popular Nightcap and Club Shay Shay podcast. But late last Friday, Sharp announced the postponement of Nightcap's scheduled NSFW tour this summer. No. Here's the thing. Number one, where was everyone these past few days? Everybody was out doing their Memorial Day weekend extravaganza, so they did not find this important to break this news back on the 23rd, you guys. And how is it that you have the audacity to name this tour Not Safe for Work Tour? And your alleged SEX tape, your alleged text messages that were leaked were not safe for work either. Make it make sense. That alleged Instagram video where you were doing the adult things, the grown-up, was not safe for work either. It is the audacity, Shannon Sharp. But nonetheless, this is the postponement of the tour. At the open of the live stream along co-host Chad Johnson, Sharp issued a brief statement explaining that the shows will be pushed to next year. We decided to postpone the Nightcap tour, Sharp said. We look forward to seeing you guys in the summer of 2026. It's going to be even bigger and even better, but Ocho and I have come to the conclusion that this is the best thing as of right now, was to postpone the tour. We look forward to seeing each and every single one of you in 2026, but here's the thing. What if the lawsuit proceeds and we find out disgusting and disturbing details like what's currently taking place in the Diddy trial? Then there is going to be no more momentum. There is going to be no more bigger and better. What happened to striking while the iron is hot? Oh yeah, that's right, you did, Shannon Sharp. And then your head got too big and you started messing with OnlyFans models that flipped it and reversed it on you when you decided you were going to have other entanglements and put it all out on blast. This tour page on the Shay Shay Media website was inactive as of Monday morning. In late March, the hosts announced an 8-city slate through June, July, and August as a follow-up to the show's successful 2024 tour and live show in Green Bay this spring for the NFL Draft. A few weeks after announcing the tour, Sharp Sharp was sued by a former romantic partner alleging sexual assault and secretly recording their sexual encounters. Sharp announced a break from ESPN duties on April 24th. The Pro Football Hall of Famer is supposed to return to ESPN airwaves ahead of the 2025 NFL season. I don't know about that, y'all. I still do not know about that. Since late April, it has almost been radio silence from the Sharp camp, a pivot from its previous public legal strategy. Thank goodness they shut it up, because they were about to drop all the receipts. Thank goodness that somebody got in the camp and said stop. The only comments that came from Johnson was in a mid-May episode of this past weekend as he expressed support for his co-host on an interview with comedian Theo Von. When the ship was going good, I was right here. Just because it's bleaking rocky, I ain't going nowhere, Johnson said. Well, to keep it a buck, Chad Johnson, if there was a place for you to go, you would have been gone. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Let's just talk it for what it was. Let's talk about it for what it was. If there was some place that was going to get you and get you out, or you were networking right, you could have been up and out of here the moment the allegations dropped. But I do see that you are going to be loyal to the soil. You are going to be here when everything burns down, Chad Ochocinco. So there is that. Now the duo will be laying low throughout the summer as Sharp awaits an end to its legal problems. And that is it, and that is all, y'all, for this latest update. So I think a couple of things are at play. I think, once we noticed on the streams for Nightcap and for Club Shay Shay, we no longer saw the logo for DraftKings on the videos. We no longer saw the 10-minute promotional videos that Shannon Sharp was doing for the SEX pills, for all of these brand deals that he had, for Boost Mobile, for all of these brands that he had. And I think some, or potentially all, were probably sponsors of this tour. Sponsors means they're going to pay for the promotion. They're going to pay for you to be at the best facilities, the best locations, and whatever type of top-of-the-line accommodations that were going to come with that. Once those sponsorships said, we'll take a break with you. We'll take a break from you. We'll get away from this for now. We'll have to revisit this in 2026. We'll have to revisit this in 2026 to see whether or not this lawsuit goes away, or there's a settlement or something. But right now, the block is too hot. The block is too hot, and I do agree with Stephen A. Smith on this. I think it was a mistake for Shannon Sharp's legal team to try to go the approach that Jay-Z's legal team went, and it was not the same situation. I think the reason in part they went so aggressive was due to the fact that the alleged victim was a minor at the time, that they were trying to hurry up and combat that and hurry up, and the association with Diddy. So I think they were trying to hurry up and combat that and, and say, listen, like, this isn't it. There's been millions of dollars lost, all this and that. It's kind of like the opposite happened for Shannon Sharp, where it felt as though they felt that their aggressive approach was going to somehow sway the court of public opinion. But you had a situation where this woman sounds like she's recorded all of y'all interactions, and anything that alluded to or was any type of race play or anything that was inappropriate, that was going to disgust people, or people were going to be like, I'm not really feeling this, I'm not really featuring this, that was going to be an easy slam dunk for this to get shut down. And then they were alleging that there was an SEX tape as well that has yet to see the light of day, that was supposed to allegedly be very damaging and very egregious, very inappropriate, very disgusting, very disturbing, and all of the things. And they were thinking, hey, let's go with this approach, because just because we may have had some, consensual encounters here and there, that should be enough to call this person out, call them a liar. But if they've got receipts that say otherwise, you're talking a whole nother ballgame. And I don't think Shannon Sharp and his legal team had this approach mapped out correctly. And as a result, I think they, like I said, like when I say the best response is no response, especially in a situation like this, the best response would have been for no response, because then you could have just let everything play out in court. But trying to leak stuff and leaking those text messages did Shannon Sharp no favors. And it's like, you work for Disney. Like where was the thought process? You work for freaking Disney, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, all of the things, Cinderella, Pocahontas, you work for Disney. Like all of this other foolishness that you were doing wasn't it. So it was the audacity, but apparently, allegedly, Shannon Sharp said that the emails went out and cancellation information and all this and all that. But I think they should have went forward with this, even if it was going to be at the Red Roof Inn. They should have continued on with this tour. Even if they have to change venues, you guys, to the local gas station, it should have happened this summer, because next summer we don't know where you're going to be, Shannon Sharp. Like that's just facts on facts. We do not know where you're going to be, and we already see the impact of this lawsuit alone, with the quality of your guests declining as we speak. So nonetheless, I don't think this was a good idea, but if you were solely relying on sponsorship and not having to come out of your pocket or come out too much on your own end to pay for it or whatever, then I guess you feel that this would be a better option. But I feel like you are underestimating the fact that you still have a lot of supporters that are writing with you and writing for you right now in the present. And by just doing this now, where everything has kind of quieted down, you could have done this tour, you could have built up some more support, some more, positive things, and showcase to the sponsors that, hey, you can still make money, you can still bring over those deliverables, and perhaps one of those sponsors might have re-upped with you. But for you to say to wait till 2026, what if 2026 gets here and things get worse for you? Or there's another accuser that comes out, or there's worse things that come out about your time on Fox Sports or any of the other networks you worked at. Like, I don't understand. Why not just move forward with this? It was only an 8-city tour date, and keep it moving. But the momentum and the demand may not be here next year, depending on how this lawsuit, and it's already, like I said, if this goes the way like how the Diddy trial is going, where more disgusting and more disturbing details keep coming out by the day, I don't see how waiting till 2026 is going to work in your favor. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.